Many people find they eat and sleep slightly more in winter and dislike the dark mornings and short days, and some people call it the winter blues.
But for some, symptoms are severe enough to disrupt their lives and cause distress, and it can all be part of something called seasonal affective disorder.
And we are joined this morning by Dr. John Musgrave from Parkview Behavioral Health. Good morning, John. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So what is seasonal affective disorder? It's also known as SAD?
Yes, seasonal affective disorder is a mood disorder. It is a subtype of major depressive disorder or bipolar disorder, where there's a clear demarcated time where you have severe depressive symptoms each year, and there's a clear time when those symptoms remit.
Is this just brought about by a lack of light?
There are theories that say that. There are theories that say there's a significant involvement with sun exposure. You know, during the winter we tilt away from the sun and on the earth there, and also the high prevalence rates in the Nordic countries, and the further away you get from the equator lends evidence to that, as well as some of the treatments with melatonin and serotonin as well.
So what are the symptoms? What should we look out for?
A major depressive episode is any time that you go for a 2-week period with severe sadness, depression, lack of energy, the inability to concentrate, insomnia or hypersomnia, excessive sleep. Suicidality is the biggest concern. The inability to function. And the key that you'd said in the lead-in there is the impairment has to be there. A lot of us will fluctuate. We will have days where we're down and out, but most of us will return to middle ground. The impairment piece is the big piece, and that's where family and friends, co-workers, and even yourself can say, hey, you know what, I just can't get going today, I just can't do this. And if you've got impairment in work or in any other facet of your life, it's time to look for some help.
Now, there are some light therapies that can help balance out this lack of light.
Absolutely. The traditional therapy for seasonal affective disorder, because it falls under the scope of mood disorders, is antidepressant medication, psychotherapy, but the hallmark thing with seasonal affective disorder is the light theory and the involvement that light has. So there are light boxes that you can purchase, and patients will sit in front of a light box, be exposed to very high powers of light for 30 minutes, whatever is prescribed, and they've found that it's actually evidence-based and it does work.
Really interesting stuff, John. Thank you so much for coming in this morning and talking about it.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, coming up next.